Cool. Yo, this is
Hello.
this is the Aku Code podcast. Me, Qasim, and one.
Yep, we're gonna finish off the temples from last time, and we're gonna move to some new theories.
Yeah, let's do that. So one you first. Let's talk about the temple.
Okay, so we have the soul, we have I call it spirit. I think it's the same as heart, just depends on what definition you use. And then I have mind. So this is gonna be, we talked about more like micro, like more details. Now we're gonna talk about like macro, so like the bigger picture, and we have body. So I realized that these four things equal like a person. So these four things equal a person. All of those four things. Now it also equals that's the micro. And we talked about that, how like a person who is like soul temple is all about like connection and meaning, belonging and meaning. This is micro, but it also equals society, which is a group of people. And this is you call it macro. It's like you have different levels of things. So basically, when you think about it, I did derive the theory in an earlier time, but I don't have that with me. But basically, I derived that the body, this is the this is the hardware, right? I think it's pretty obvious that the body is the hardware of the person, of the society. So hardware of society, I discovered is civilization. So these are all the buildings, houses, stores, libraries, all of those things. Now the opposite of body is soul, and this is now the software. This is the software, and that would be the culture. So basically, just from here, people used to think that the Soul Temple is racist. They're not racist, if we want to be precise. They are xenophobic
What do you
because
think
they're
the
all of
xenophobic?
what is xenophobic?
Why do you think they've done a xenophobic?
Because it has to do with culture.
Or
Xenophobic people are like against bad culture because their goal is to keep people in their society with good culture, compatible culture, and healthy and useful cultures. So they're all about that. And you could probably say that these guys are about something too. But let's go and finish these four pillars of a society. So the spirit, um, I might have to look at my notes. The mind was, I might have to look at my notes actually. Now let me just filter it because I know where it is. It's on the server. I'm just gonna filter it. I did this like I think like a week ago. So society. No. I think I did four pillars. Four pillars. Yeah, I did this over a week ago. Right. So yeah, so I have so the spirit temple actually okay, so look, this is actually about these are mercenary. I got So the body temple, they are mercenary, mercenary. So they are like um mercenary. They they're all about they're all about financial. They're basically gold diggers, honestly. Body temple. They're all about personal financial gain. They're not about politics or anything. Let me read you the definition. Um, they are, well, I don't know about the soldier part, but if we're talking like they're basically people who are all about personal financial gain instead of political, ideological, or patriotic reason. So the mercenaries, they're all about assets. They're all about coins and they're all about assets. Body Temple, their goal in life is to be wealthy, more so than the other temples. But we're talking big picture. So Soul Temple, we said xenophobic. They're basically all about like we could call it moral codes if we want to. So these guys are about morals, although maybe that's we can say like the tribe. So that's pretty cool. Those are pretty strong right there. But then we have more pillars. So we have right. So we have sovereignty. That's important. This is the spirit temple. Sov. I don't know how to spell that. Sovereignty. Sovereign. Jeez, sovereignty. Okay. And oh, I remember now. And then body temp not body temp mind temple is about governance. Governance. Those are the four pillars. And I can explain it. Like basically the body temple is composed of the ENTJ, which is all about business, ISFP about art, ESFJ family, and INTP truth. And those four things, I did all the logic, I added them, and that came out to be the civilization. That's the hardware. Those are all the buildings, you know. And then the culture, it would be a soul temple. So we have INFJ character, we have ISTJ duty, ENFP justification, and ESTP connection. And that's how I did that for each of them. And yeah, I got this right here. So let me finish so the governance would be all about, it would be authoritarian, author, authoritarian, which I'll read definition. It kind of goes into politics. It's pretty cool how like the four temples goes right into like political, how countries and societies are created off those four things. Authoritarian, the definition. It is where a government or a management that demands strict obedience to authority and suppresses individual freedom. So they're against freedom. They're not really about freedom. They're all about a group of people to control the entire population, from my understanding. And that makes sense because the direct opposite is sovereignty, spirit temple, all about freedom. These are exclusivists. Okay, so this sovereignty, these are, oh, is it better if we can just type? Why are we writing? Why don't I just type? That's so much better. These are, let's see here, exclusivist. Let me see how big. That's too small. What the heck? Oh, and we gotta make it like 200. Yeah, these
The
are all
lines as well.
exclusivists. What?
The lines as well. You can put a line.
Yeah, I'm gonna start using the shapes. So let's see here, sovereignty. Delete that. And this is way too small. I'm gonna need to get used to that, but it's better than the handwriting. So just gonna take longer, but shapes. It's so small. That's the max. I guess that's the max. Yeah, that's good enough. So they're all exclusive. These are all about freedom. So I can just copy this. Yeah, I can just
So
copy this.
inclusivist is related to the mind temple.
No, because these people are all about like power. That's kind of what sovereignty means. Um, Now people think that Mind Temple is about power, but no, they're about knowledge, which equals order. Freedom equals power. That is a incorrect quote. I fixed it. But so we're almost done then. We have the four pillars of a society, civilization, culture, sovereignty, and governance. And I think I explained them. Authoritarian is order. This one's about order. So those are the four pillars of a society. I'll put this here. Now, the society, we need a bigger font. I'm gonna do 300. And that's society. Now, this is, we'll do a definition here. Society, the home. So you have the house, which is the country. So that's a simple connection. Okay. And I'll just quickly, how I got the country definitions, I just basically took these and made them equal to this. I was like, if this is the home, what is the house? Just like a lot of, just like any.
Yeah.
So then, let's see, the country, did I write that? So one of them was definitely like territory. I don't know if or land. Okay, let me just try to remember it. So for a country, I need a text right here. Man, I need to practice. We're gonna need four pillars here. So let me get a line.
Use the whiteboard pen for the lines.
Yeah, well, drawing the line is easier. I just need text because I don't want to
Is
spend three
is
hours.
house related to temple theory?
Well, that's what I didn't figure out yet. So the temples need a house. So I just did the connection. So like for example, um, like I'll do. So we had civilization. So where do you put the civilization on, right? Because the house is kind of the psychological. The home is the psychological. The house is the uh physical. So psychological, that's like a civilization. This is like land or territory. Yeah. Um, that doesn't need to be bold. I don't know why that's bold. Okay, and then the governance. That one's pretty easy. That's the government. So this one is the government. This is where the people that are governing, governance. And then this one, I'm trying to remember. I did this like over a week ago, like 2 weeks ago. Um, so we did the mind temple, the spirit temple. This would be um like the population. That's the culture, something like that. And then there's one more, which is the spirit. This would be like freedom, in my opinion. This would be like transportation.
Why they relate to transportation?
Um, let's see. Let me check because I think if you have freedom, you have transportation. If you don't have good transportation, you don't really have any freedom in your country. You can't move around. And freedom is like being able to do whatever you want, move wherever you want. So let me look it up. Not look it up. Let me see if I wrote it down anywhere. I don't know where I wrote it down. But the big picture here, okay, I'm pretty sure that these two are right. Governance is government. I can look it up. The main picture here is what is this called? So what is this called? If this is called the four temples, and that's to society, what would these four pillars of a country be? Like, if we relate them back to temples, that means that the temples need to be stored somewhere too. And I can like do a Google check on it. So if the four temples, spirit, mind, soul, and spirit are to society, then what would to a country? Uh, no, so this is country. Man, I need to go back and look. Let me see if I can find it. You can talk about something else while I spend some time finding it. Or we can just like move on. It's okay. We don't have to have everything figured out.
We should talk about visual typing.
Yeah. Do
You
you
want
have
me to
any
clear the
idea?
whiteboard?
Well, do you think we're good?
Let's save the whiteboard.
We
I
finished the
wonder,
temples.
I wonder if we can save it.
You can
By the
save
way,
it.
there's a mind map um section. The mind map.
Okay, so we're basically done with temples. That was the last thing. This far, like this part, I didn't get to check it, but there's got to be like a name, instead of temples, like what are we gonna call the place that they are stored? Like I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask it this way. Yeah, I'm gonna ask it like this. If the four temples are the home, aka the psychological, then what would the house, aka the physical, be? It's basically like the planet, geography. Wait,
So, what civilization is that related to the body temple?
yeah, those are the buildings.
Interesting. Culture related to Soul Temple. Sovereignty is related to Spirit Temple. Governance related to Mind Temple. Not bad, bro. You done well.
Are we done now, you think, with
Yeah, I think we're
the
done.
temple?
Yeah. Next time do the mind map.
Okay, I'll have to figure out how to do that. We could call it like
How to save it though?
geography.
How to save it?
If we call this the politics, it's like politics and geography this year. It's looking like geopolitics. Do you see it?
Wait, I'm trying to see how we can. Oh, I can. I suppose to PDF.
Yeah, make sure you get all of it. It's looking like geopolitics, this derivation.
One sec. I was brought into PDF. Nice. I was brought to PDF. What you wanted to say?
I said this looks like geography and politics, geopolitics.
Yeah, as to the countries and the house.
The country is the geography and the society is the politics.
So you think each house, if they run a country, is gonna be if the body temple run a country, is gonna be based on civilization. If soul temples could be run a country about based on the culture. And
Well, you need four. You need all four to have a country and to have a society. You
that's
can't have
interesting.
a you can't have a country without a population. You can't
Oh,
have a society without any culture. So
yeah,
it's basically like looking like geopolitics, geography and politics, which we could talk about in the future, but definitely not right now.
yeah. So we want to talk about video typing now.
Yeah, should I pull up my diagram?
Yeah, I'm gonna clear the page.
Uh, how do I upload? How do can I upload like a image? Do I just drag it?
Let me check.
Oh yeah, just drag it. So yeah, and then just make this big. So this is how to type part one using the TITE functions.
Well, I can't see it.
What?
I'm trying to see it. I can't see. Oh, I can see it now.
So we basically, the main thing here is we concluded that, and this might seem funny at first, but visual typing is real. It is real.
Make it smaller, bro.
Make them smaller.
Yeah. Make it normal size.
Oh, I
Delete it and
can't.
make a normal size. Trust me.
Okay, here you will drag it. So you
I don't
can
know what the
drag that.
normals. Why you just drag it again.
You
Don't
want me to
make it
make it the
bigger.
same size as this?
Yeah. Don't make it bigger.
Don't make it bigger?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, because I'm at 5% zoom. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So just drag the other one next to it.
Yeah.
So I have two diagrams here. Is it blurry? No, it's not. Once you zoom in, it's not blurry.
It's not blurry, but it's hard to read. Hope the people can see it.
So basically, we have um, TI nose is defined. And we have TE. Now this is obviously like a observation that we noticed over like at least a year's worth of time. Um, I mean, it does make sense if I can explain it. I mean, the way TI works is like it refines all the data that the TE users give them. So it makes sense. And like all the I functions do this. So it makes sense that their nose would express the exact same way that their uh, cognitive function works. So like this right here, this is a TE nose. You could call it bulbous, or you can call like rounded. It says right here, full rounded contour. Okay, so it's not as like defined, whereas like this one you call the sculpted, defined linear structure. So we can show you examples. Qasim can show you examples of this. And like right here, there's too much information here, but um, it's basically the same thing. You know, if you see someone with like a very defined nose, they're definitely a TI user. If we're not talking about like rhinoplasty. If someone has a very rounded nose, like it's not defined, it's just like kind of rounded versus like sculpted out, then that's like a TE nose.
So how you know this? How you found out that
Well,
TI?
like I said, observation, well, using the fact that the way that TI works is it literally would take, I can pull up a picture. This is a picture I found several years ago. Um,
What picture?
it's like some illustration that does a good job explaining the functions. I'm going to,
This picture.
oh, no, this is an old picture someone wrote. I'm going to quickly find it. I send it to you, and I'm going to find it real quick. Oh man, there we go. Okay, so this is a cool picture. Shout out to whoever made it. It says the name at the top. This was when I first got into Typer. This was in 2022,
I can't see the picture. Where is it?
right there. So look at how this works. You see how a person
This
presents with a
picture,
bunch
the
of,
nose spectrum.
no, I just pasted it. It's
I
at the
can't see it.
top. Can't see it.
Oh, I can see it.
So if we look at how it works, we have T user just collect. raw knowledge. We could maybe call it data. And then just like their nose, it looks like this block of TE, just like raw chunks of knowledge or data, not necessarily true or useful yet. And then the TI user just like takes a pickaxe, whether it's sword or knife, let's call pickaxe, and they would completely right there refine the knowledge, and they would turn into facts, um, and they would take all the false stuff out, and that's how it's refined. Because all of the garbage, all of the waste, the stuff that's false, is no longer in the um, big chunk of knowledge, and then it literally turned it into like a nice like a nice looking gem, and then they would use their FE to refine it even more and give it to the FI user, which would turn into value. But we're only talking about the first two parts, T and TI. So that's exactly how like the way their nose looks is exactly how their function looks. So it's pretty like it's kind of common sense. I mean, visual typing is supposed to be common sense. You would just take the way the function works and relate it to um, a physical body part, like we're talking in the face.
So T users do the statistical analysis based on the majority judgment, and TI users refine this knowledge, see what's false or true, and FU users use these other ethics, and FI users decide what's valuable or not.
Yeah, it's called the input process output feedback loop.
Not
I
bad.
know C.S. Joseph used to always talk about this. And the first half of the picture is for the perceiving functions, but we're only talking about T and TI.
Yeah.
So we can like take people's example. We can this can help us type. I don't know if visual typing is the best way, but like if you're stuck on whether they use TI or TE, you could just look at their nose, and make sure that they didn't do any nose job, and you can kind of you can basically tell if you're good at spotting whether it's more defined or more rounded or not. It's going to be right all the time. I think it works for everyone, but sub noses are a little bit tricky. You need good pictures or ideally like a video. But we could look at like some examples, like a few examples.
So you think I have a T nose?
Well, what do you think? Do you think
Yeah,
yours is more rounded or defined?
I think it's both.
Well, it's got to be at least one more than the other, like at least 60-40.
I think
Um, s-
bulbous.
yeah, I just call it rounded versus defined instead of bulbous. Bulbous, it's not an insult. This is not an insult.
Yeah,
Bulbous kind of sounds. So you think yours is more round than defined?
yeah, I think it's I have a bulbous nose.
Yeah, rounded. Yeah, so you're a TE user. So that's what you
Yeah,
would get.
true.
Yeah, we could show examples. Like, do you know any? We can look at like people CSJ typed. Like I can pull that up, like from last year, from November and December. He has some. Actually, I have a picture. I'm just gonna. You want me to pull up that picture?
What
The people
picture?
he, the people he typed. We could just use that as an example.
Yeah, fine.
So there is right here. This is from last year. So we can start with like, you see it?
Yeah. You stop adding people to the list.
Well,
Think because he made type good six now.
they're on his school.org or school.com, whatever it is.
Ever
So like,
since ever since type good six out, he stopped adding adding to the list.
yeah, he has it in his channel. So I'm gonna look at Kanye West since he's the first one. Then.
There you go, guys,
Okay.
if you can see it.
So here's a picture.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, he had a T nose. Arnold Schwarzenegger had a T nose. Um,
Here's oh, so we're gonna get at least two pictures because a lot of people are like, oh, he's an ENTP, Kanye West. Well, not if he has a TI nose.
yeah, I don't think he had a T on nose.
No, I don't see it being defined. I
Yeah.
see it as I'll explain. Like, so this is the same picture as that one. So right here, this is not defined right there. Right there. That is not defined. If it was defined, it looked like a straight line. Okay, this has nothing to do with race, by the way. Well, it's adjusted for race, but
But
you
women
see,
women tend to have a smaller nose than men.
yeah, but the shape, whether it's rounded or defined, I think has to do with this. So right here, I don't see it being defined. I see it being too wide at the bridge in order to be defined. So that means he's a TE user. So he can't be an ENTP. So I think he's typed correctly. ESFP.
I
We could
say
look at Michael
ESFP or
Jackson.
ENTJ.
Yeah, but definitely TE. We'll look at Michael Jackson before all the, obviously before, because his nose did a huge change.
He had a
So
nose
like,
job. But I think SI users tend to have a smaller nose than SC users.
it's not about size. It's about shape, whether it's defined or not.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna get a picture of him when he was young, before he was.
What's up, bro? What are you doing here? I'm making a video. Oh, wait, bro, see ya. See you later, bro.
So you can see right here that you see his nose is not exactly defined. And I know he's smiling, but smiling doesn't change your nose that much, only slightly. You see, it's just too like it's too bulbous. It's not defined. It's too wide. It's like rounded. So we know he's a T user too.
He got no job though, so that's looks more like
Yeah.
a boy.
Well, we're looking at the left. We're not looking at that. We're looking at the left one. So
But
so far this
black people tend to have a bigger nose than white people though.
well, if you look at someone like Myron Gaines, he has a defined nose and he's Sudanese. If you look at someone like Mercer, he's got a T nose.
We should look at West African people.
No, let's just verify all of these people. We have a good list here. Um, we're just checking TITE. So next we're gonna do Taylor Swift. So far we have the TE. We're gonna do Taylor Swift. I don't know if she had a nose job or what. Taylor Swift young when she was like 18. I don't know, bro. These people probably had something.
A lot of celebrities have no jobs. It's annoying. Other type celebrities.
Yeah, so look, even you can see right here, you can see the tip is too rounded. It's not defined.
What tip?
I'm uploading. You can see that her tip, you can see it's definitely rounded. So that's a TE nose.
Oh yeah.
You
It is
see how
more
like,
rounded.
yeah. So far everything is right. We're gonna do all 15, if that's fine, or 16. Next we got Arnold Schwarzenegger. We're gonna use young. We don't need people when they're like 80 years old. We're gonna do young.
Yeah, it's more accurate for young people.
Yeah, because your nose is obviously gonna change by the time you're 80, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
So his is not the most bulbous, but you can still see it's not super defined. You see it?
Oh yeah, I think it's bulbous.
It's you could look, it's just not like you gotta look at a TI nose. Like look at my nose. I'll show you a picture. I took like a screenshot. Like because we have all these TE users.
Yeah, Arnold's definitely have a T nose. Yes.
So like you see like mine, I don't know if you can tell. It's like it has a straight line from here to here. His doesn't have that. It's like it's not a straight line, it's like rounded.
Yeah.
Do you think mine is a TI nose?
Yeah, I think the T nose.
T TI. So let's get a TI user already. Oh man, we just have all these T users. Mike Tyson.
The
Yeah,
first
Mike Tyson.
the list put
Mike Tyson
put
is
Tristan Tate.
Congolese.
Tristan Tate.
Yeah, let's skip to Tiana's. Tristan Tate. Tristan Tate. So does his brother. We can do them both. Tate brothers. Because they're both TI users. So look, Andrew Tate actually has, you can see he has a TI nose.
Have you
We'll just do
posted a
Andrew Tate.
photo?
That's a TI nose. Look, it's very defined and
Where is it? I can't find the picture.
it takes time to
Oh
load. Where's
yeah,
Tristan Tate?
define. Front analysis, put a front analysis, front pitch, front profile.
Where's Tristan Tate? I can't. Um, yeah, here we go.
I think Tristan Tate got a no job.
I found some picture. I can get young. Here he is young. It's still defined. Like you see this. I'm gonna paste. There's a straight line from the top to the bottom.
It seemed bulbous to me.
No, look, there's a straight line. Straight line.
Or two, yeah, straight line.
Straight line right
I think
there.
SDGs have a bigger mid face.
We're just looking at noses. We're gonna do eyes next. Do we have enough people, or do you want to do all of them? I think it's pretty common sense. The main thing you just need to like be good at spotting the difference. Like read the difference here. You know, it explains it like what defined and what rounded means. Like you gotta look at the so like the nose. So if it's got like thinner skin versus thicker skin, obviously if it just has more tissue, if it doesn't look like a straight line from the top to bottom, then that's how you know it's bulbous. You can just kind of tell over practice. Um, but you can definitely just look up like defined versus rounded nose and it'll tell you like all the criteria. Um, we can look at the next theory that we want to talk about. This is for eyes. So pasting it right here. So I don't know if this is correct. This is like a preview, but The way I have it right now is NI. They have more of a focused gaze, or their eyes focused
What? Where you saying it?
at the top, at the top of the picture. And the NE have a more of a diffused, which is like not focused. I don't know if this is true yet. This is just a preview. What do you think? Do you think this is true?
Yeah, but I think SI and SC might be a little bit different. I mean, high SI and high SC eyes might be different.
Yeah, this one is a little bit more tricky because you need like a video. You need to watch the eyes and how they are like, you need
Why
to
don't
watch like a
why don't you screen share and show us the video of the eyes?
screen share.
Yeah,
What? I don't
maybe
know
it's
about this
quarter.
one because this one you need a video to see the eyes moving around, whether they're like focused or more diffused.
Screen share and show us the video
What video?
of showing the eyes, how the eyes are focused and diffused.
Oh, I don't have a video. Maybe you can type it in. Let's see, maybe there's a video.
Let me screen share then.
Yeah, I don't know. There is one. Focused
Oh,
versus
by the way, we can
diffused.
live stream. You want to live stream? Or
No, not
next
yet.
time? Next time we live stream.
And the reason why it makes sense, like how did I come up with this, is because NI has to do with convergence or convergent thinking, as it's called, or convergent intuition, and NE has to do with divergent thinking or intuition. So that's exactly how NE and AI works. NE and NI. So this would be like this should be accurate, but I'm not exactly good at spotting NI versus NEIs yet. I would need to practice, and I think you would need a video instead of just a picture.
All right, that's
So,
interesting.
so now we can talk about our books, those little books that are only 50 pages.
The Linda Bevan books.
Yeah, I looked at all of them, the short ones. I'm working on finishing the one by Carol Shoemate.
Have you been doing activities on the book?
No, I didn't do the activities. I think I did some of them in the past. I'm pretty sure I've seen those books before.
All right.
So like I didn't really get much out of it. I mean, most of it is already stuff I know. They just had these like labels for each of the archetypes, which I wasn't really that excited about.
I'm an SC user, so I need to refresh my knowledge sometime, you know.
Yeah, so what do you want to talk about then?
Let's
Because
talk about the books then.
yeah, let's talk about so which one do you want to talk about? Um, is it personality type code?
Yeah, let's talk about each different personality types. Summary
Uh, that
of
would take
each.
that would take too long.
You want to call it a day?
Well, I'm just gonna look at so they just called it they just gave names to the personality types, which I wasn't a fan of. They did talk about like I think they talked about the your background, whether your background or chart the course or in charge or get things going. The temperament, Kiersey's temperament, I already know. I already learned about a long time ago. I don't know how long we've been streaming or how long we've been recording.
We've been recording for 55 minutes.
Yeah, it gives you the definitions of the functions, but those are very simple. I already know the definitions, and like there's some activities. You can go ahead and talk about it. I'm
So
ready to
what type do
listen.
you relate to? NTP?
No, just like it talks about the functions, and um, you can talk about any type you want, and you can talk about their functions and stuff.
Mama, can you close the door? Oh shoot. So yeah, let's talk about the definition then. We talked about definition last video, though.
Yep. Yeah, you didn't finish though. Yeah, why don't you finish? You talked about the perceiving ones, not the judging.
Oh, I haven't read any further.
You can just pull it up right now and then find definitions. You can just read that part.
Fine, let look at it.
Yeah, those are good definitions. Simple.
Extra thinking is about applying knowledge, applying logic, organizing for efficiency, systematizing, outlining consequences, monitoring for standards. Extroverted feeling is connecting, consider others and the group, organizing to meet their needs and honor their values. Introverted thinking is analyzing, categorizing, validating core principles, check for inconsistencies, clarifying definitions. Introverted feeling is valuing, considering importance and worth, reviewing for inclusivity, clarifying values to achieve a code. Do you
Yeah, I
relate to the
saw it.
definition?
What?
You agree with the definition?
I saw it where you got it from, page 59.
Yeah. You agree with it?
Agree? Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. TI is analyzing. FE is relating, I think.
yeah.
Do you relate with someone else's values?
I think I do,
Uh,
bro.
um, yeah, but you have a TE nose.
You're funny, man.
All right, so we've been recording for an hour, right?
Yeah.
All right, we can probably stop for now. Next time we'll talk about like we finished temples. We talked about the function definitions from the book. Um, we'll talk about socionics next time.
Want to talk about socionics now?
No, I think we're good for now. We can talk about next week.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? No,
Yeah.
next week.
You want to make a video
Nah.
tomorrow?
Well, I'm not ready to talk about socionics yet.
Alright.
If you want to come up with a different topic,
What should we talk about tomorrow? Let's talk about Hogwarts houses, how Hogwarts houses are related to typology.
you can talk about that. I don't know too much about it.
Fine, I'll talk about it. Should I talk about it now?
For how long?
It's gonna take a while, bro. Boys should call it a day.
Yeah, we can talk about it later. I'm
Yeah,
gonna read some socionics for next week and talk about it.
that's good, bro. Alright, thanks
All
you for
right.
watching. We are the
Yep.
RQ
RQ.
podcast. This is Ron, and I'm Qasim. All right, let's start. Um, I don't know how to. Yes.